Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Running to the left. Fights off a defender. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Working that left side now. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Huskers will hustle to the line. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, he gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Duarte. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Selvia. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And the defense drags him down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He got it. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Temple looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Owls. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Impressive to see.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. He makes the connection.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously...
Take over.
For this quarterback here, 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Wide out in motion. The give to the back. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third down, he drops to throw. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot, third down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a first and goal.
He'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Defensively, now you can tell I got to be ready for anything, right? If they're going to get the ball to fast guys on the perimeter like this, I better be ready for it. The defense was ready for it. It was a good game. It wasn't a bad game. You didn't give up a touchdown. But now this makes me think, goodness gracious, they'll get the ball to anybody, any place, anywhere on the field.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He makes a grab. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
Field goal is good. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fair catch, called for and made. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Now he's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. The Huskers moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He spins that thing down the middle. And that pass picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Now improvising. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if the dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice gain to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They run the reverse.
going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They have got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
Right back to the well. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting to run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The give to the tailback. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Here's the give off the left side. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Quarterback checking off. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
The give out of the gun. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
On the play. Second down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The score, Penn State 13, Nebraska 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do.
He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
Nebraska, 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 9th.
Take over. 1st and 10.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Selvia. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Coming after it. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point,
catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Huskers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking to throw. Time to take a shot. Brings it in down the left side. Oh, look out. There he goes. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. The sure hand, it's Selvia. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Running back goes in motion. Looking left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
When you're a quarterback and you throw a comeback route, you really trust your wide receiver, and he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Obviously, all the way out towards the sideline, making it look like he's running way down the field. Nice connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He wants to throw it again. On the move, he fires. He's open on the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The back goes in motion. He's looking for a man on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Duarte. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So an 82-yard drive there. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Keeps the legs moving. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He hurls one deep down the left side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now on third down for this offense. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David,